Well, good afternoon everybody and welcome back to the channel. So this is on the same day as me doing the outhouse on the previous film. So I just thought I'd bring you up to speed on the allotment. So I've decided to take this bit of a patch on. I'll explain why shortly. Anyway, so it goes up to this little bit of fencing there, across here. We consider this on the allotments as a starter plot. So it was, I wouldn't say it was going spare, but people were struggling to do the work on it and they've given it up. So I said, oh well, I'll take it on for this year anyway, at least, maybe permanently, I don't know. So what I've been doing, I've cleared out all these blocks that were in here, put some old sleepers down, as you can see, and they will bring this path a bit closer because they were edging that way and it was out of line. So I've been doing that. These blocks, then I'm going to dig a shallow trench along here to seat these blocks in, and what I'll probably do then is make a little step and turn in a bit of a border, and then I can put some flowers and stuff in there. However, the rest of this now for this year, because obviously it needs cleaning up, these random potatoes I'll leave in and maybe get a crop off them. But this year what I'm going to do, around the edges I'm going to spray some weed killer that I've got to try and kill off that, and the rest I'm going to scrape the surface, run the wolf tool over it, and then I shall plant all this will be green manure for this year. Then next year will be half will be potatoes, the other half will be green manure, and then the following year after that I'll swap it to the other side, so the green manure will replace the green manure will replace the potatoes, if that makes sense. What that does is free me up some space on my plot, which we'll go over to shortly. So yes, maybe I'm a bit mad, I don't know. I have already sprayed it with something, but it needs another dose, I think. Right, let's go to the other allotment. Okay, so this will just be a quick catch up. As you can see now, this is where my garlic used to be, so I decided I had some spare broad bean seeds, so I've planted those. I may get a crop off them, I may not. Frankly, I'm not worried if I don't, but I can make use of the roots and the material on top to put in the compost, because it was the seeds were about 2 or 3 years old, so I thought, oh, I'll get rid of them now. Anyway, broad beans, getting a good crop of broad beans, lots of pickings. Onions and shallots are coming well as can be expected. Now I don't know if you can see around here, I've got hopefully, and I say hopefully, which I'll explain shortly, some cauliflowers, and what else have I got? Maybe Calabrese. Right, the reason maybe is because I've managed to mix up the pots at home, so the plants got mixed up and I'm not quite sure which ones are which. Never mind, that's the fun of it, isn't it? Runner beans, as you can see, and I can see I got some red flowers coming there, which is not what I want. That's strange, because I planted all white seeds and those should be a white flower. That's weird. More broad beans, strawberries, although I'm not expecting any this year. I'm just getting these plants established. Right, this patch here, as you can see, is a mixture of ryegrass, clover, was there anything? I think that was it, ryegrass and clover. That's all that's in here. This mustard is a bit of seed that's obviously managed to get planted by birds or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter, I'll just let it grow. Asparagus, of course, is now, season's finished. So I'm just letting this now regenerate the crown with the top growth. Some peas, and these are tayberries. I've had a good feed off these tayberries. They're a bit tart, but they're otherwise they're okay. Fennel, of course. So yeah, that is a red currant which needs pruning really. A few did come and I think the birds have had them. The rhubarb is over across the way there. More peas. In fact, is that a... No, it's just a leaf. I thought there was a pod come in. No. Let's hope the birds leave them alone. Sunflowers on the corners. What we've got here, sweet corn of course, and there's a squash in the middle. And I put a few odd French beans, climbing French beans in here. Just to see. These are butternut squashes. More fennel. Some odd flowers I was given. So I just shoved them in out of the way. We'll go up there in a minute. Second early potatoes, Charlotte I believe. First early potatoes, Pentel and Javelin I believe. I've got to watch now, I've got a funny feeling this is blight coming, so I've got to be careful. Absolutely lovely potatoes. I will film a bit of these coming up, so but next year I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. I think I did 5 rows. I can't remember offhand. Let's say it's 5 rows. But next year I think I'll do less of first earlies because I'm actually giving potatoes away now as well, because the trouble is that they won't, well at least I don't think they'll store well, and I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not being able to keep them. So I'll do less first earlies next year. Maybe 3 rows will be plenty, and then I'll do it more second earlies, because second earlies will keep us as main crop. Or at least that's my experience. I haven't put main crop in because we tend not to have enough water down here. So, right, now then, going back to the other plot over there. This is why I've taken down, so at least this patch will be freed up. So I got somewhere to plant brassicas. And then I'll keep that patch for potatoes. So once those are out, all that will be planted up with green manure as well, and ready for next year. And again, I'll probably put. Well, we'll see. 3 rows. Because I say there's 1 row. It's taken me ages to get through that, and I've actually given potatoes away as well, and I'm eating potatoes every day. So the second row now. So 3 rows will be plenty. That means I can earth it, make bigger ridges. If I've got space for other things in that patch as well, I'll put some in, but I think that's a general rule. So this will be freed up. Yeah. These flowers in this bed are coming nice. So that's quite nice. This is Florence fennel. I think it's fennel, but it's Florence fennel, as opposed to that fennel over there, which is, this is the bulb varieties. So I thought I'd just shove them in out of the way. Right, let's go and have a look in the greenhouse, if we can get in there. Right, so in the greenhouse, what we have is French beans around here, tomatoes, as you can see. At the back there is already flowering is a courgette, not a courgette, what am I talking about? Aubergine or eggplant, and cucumbers, and an odd chili plant there, and in amongst it, I don't know if you can see, there's basil, and there's one there, and a basil plant in there. Right, so obviously you think you've got plenty of space when you see it, but of course it all, you know, soon gets filled up. So slowly get the side shoot out. Some say don't bother to do that, but and others do. So, and I've always done that. So they're coming nicely. Plenty of flowers. There's a few lettuce as well. Anyway, I've been picking French beans. I don't know if they. So I got these purple variety here, and I'll pick them because I'll have a little snack in a minute. And same variety, but a white podded variety. If I can find one to show you. Oh, here you are. Well, say white, it's yellow. Now the cucumbers, I've got to keep an eye on these because I've had 2 off them already, and they're growing like flipping mad. So I've got to be very careful. And in fact, I need to take that side shoot off. Yeah, so I'll do that shortly and train these up. Whew, it's a bit warm in here. So we're getting some nice. We've had a good feed off these, the beans and what have you. Temperature in here is, well, we had a maximum of 97.9 whenever that was. 46 low Fahrenheit. What are we now? So 73 at the moment. 73.8, which is 23.2 Celsius. There we are. So the aubergine's a bit slow. I'll see next year, see if I can get it to get one in a bit earlier than that. Earlier to get it to come earlier, obviously. But next year I won't be growing French beans in here. It's absolutely taken over the greenhouse. So, but I'll leave it. Obviously, I'll leave it for this year, but next year. But at the end of the season in October, hopefully most of this will be gone, if not all of it. Then I'll be planting garlic in here, and then we'll go from there. So I've been doing quite a bit of what do you call it, groundworks, I suppose. Let's get that weed out. Don't want him in there. What with the greenhouse and these ABCs and things. So so this, a lot of this water is like a communal water supply because we haven't got mains water here. But obviously I use it because the source is my source, as it were. Anyway, they were moaning, oh, it's not coming out fast enough at the tap. I thought, you cheeky so-and-sos. You know, better have water than none at all. Anyway, so what I've done, I used one of these blue containers, dug a big hole, buried it down in there. So all I need to do now is run the tap like this, obviously, and then take the cans of water out, and by the time they come back, that will have more or less replaced what they've just used. So they're not having to wait for that to fill a watering can up. Right, I'll leave that for a minute, just to top it up. And basically all that water's coming from these 2 containers, and they're all interconnected, so when that fills up, that balances out into that one. This is slightly lower than that one, as you can tell, because the water level's up to the bottom well, the second bar up. This one is 3 or 4 inches above, so eventually when that gets full, that won't be full. But I have a cunning plan what I shall do is I'll switch that tap off so that can't go into there, and then that can carry on filling up to the very brim, obviously in the winter. And then yeah, at some point as well I'll be using this putting a hole in the top here to overflow into this one, so it'll go into the rest of these containers eventually. And then this is the roof of a portaloo, a metal portaloo, fiberglass. Absolutely ideal for this. So any rain coming down on top here will go into this container as well. So I don't want this from going on too long. Now my onions are they're a bit small, so I don't know. The process really is I am feeding them, but I'm gonna say I got those brassicas in there. Right, and those beans are looking a little bit yellow, so I may put some Epsom salts down for those. Plan next year. It may work, may not. I don't know. I'll dig once all these are out and the poles are out. I'm going to dig a trench all the way down, and hopefully get down to the clay level. Then I'm going to line it with plastic or something, and then put these pots back in, so that when I can fill these pots up with water, and instead of expanding left and right out of the trench, it'll be contained in the trench and it'll just drain down that way, and hopefully keep the water in the one place. That's the theory. Right, I think that's about it for now, and see you in the next one. As I say in the last film, the outdoors, I got to do a bit of measuring up, bit of not research, but getting hold of some second-hand materials now. Anything like tiles, even, you know, if I can get some second-hand tiles for free, I don't care what it looks like inside, because as I say, it'll be all temporary, but if it's tiled, it'll be nice and easy to clean. And then it'll be a case of, once that's all installed, it'll be starting on the upstairs bathroom, but that'll be a while yet, because I need to do quite a bit of research, you know, working out where everything's going to go, how I want it laid out, etc, etc. So I'm going to be busy. Right, bye for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.